Hello everyone, you're on VRM24.com channel, and today we're going to take apart the Samsung Galaxy A16. First of all, as usual, we need to remove the card tray. For this we use the special tool. Insert it into the hole and gently push the tray out. If the tray doesn't come out well, we can additionally use tweezers. After that, we need to detach the back cover. On this model, the back cover also serves as the housing. For this, we use a thin plastic tool. Insert it into the gap between the display frame and the back cover and carefully run it along to release the clips. Please note that the tool needs to be inserted deep enough and it must be thin enough to disengage the clips. If we don't insert the tool deep enough and try pressing on the display, we may damage the edge of the display. As always, we need to be careful around the side buttons and the fingerprint sensor, because they are physically located there. Now we can gently lift the back cover. Pay attention to which side the fingerprint sensor flex cable is located on. And carefully remove the camera cover. Then, using a non-metal tool, disconnect the fingerprint sensor flex connector. The sensor itself is located on the back cover. And set the cover aside. After this, we need to cover the camera lenses. For this, we use special film. Please note that we apply the film not onto the lenses themselves, but onto the rim around them. Next, we move on to unscrewing the screws in the upper section. For this, we use a 1.5mm Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips #3O. It looks like all the screws are identical. However, the screws don't go back in well if you mix up their holes. So it is better to keep them arranged in a specific order. Also, the screws are hard to pull out. You will need tweezers to remove them. After that, using a non-metal tool, we detach the cover with antennas and set it aside. Also, with a non-metal tool, we disconnect the battery connector and move on to the lower section. We also need to unscrew the screws in the lower section. For this, we use the same 1.5mm Phillips or Phillips #3O. It is better to keep these screws separate from the previous ones. If the screws are hard to remove, we can use tweezers. Next, we need to detach the cover. For this, we use a thin tool, pry it from the edge. By the way, on this Samsung model, there are arrows making the spots where the covers should be pried open. After that, we disconnect the connectors and remove the interconnect flex. On the interconnect flex, there is also an arrow showing the direction toward the main board. Next, we need to disconnect the coaxial cable connector and the display flex cable. Please note that a thermistor is located in that area. You need to be very careful not to damage it. After that, we need to unscrew one screw that secures the subboard. Please note that it differs from the previous ones. Now we can remove the subboard. Carefully pry it up and take it out. The subboard contains the charging port, microphone and other components on the back side. What remains in the display frame is the speaker and the vibration motor. And here is our traditional quick test of the microphone opening. The microphone opening has an L-shaped form, and on the back side there is a gasket or membrane. The microphone body is located on the subboard on the opposite side. If we insert something into the microphone hole, we cannot damage the microphone this way. After that, we move on to main board. we need to disconnect the cameras. Carefully pry them up and disconnect the two rear cameras. Then we disconnect the front-facing camera. It is also better to cover the camera lens with a film to prevent dust or debris from getting on it. Now we can disconnect the coaxial cable connector. It is attached quite tightly. Next, we can unscrew the one screw that secures the main board. For this, we also use the 1.5 mm Phillips screwdriver. And now we can remove the main board. Carefully pry it from the edge, lift it out, remove it, flip it over, and disconnect the last rear camera, and set them aside. Unfortunately, we will not detach the battery. On this model there is a common issue. The adhesive tends to fuse to the battery in unknown area, and the owner asked not to remove it in this case. But I will add an example of removing such a battery in the comments. And that is it, the disassembly is complete. Thank you for watching and see you in our new videos, or on our Telegram channel, or on our website. Okay guys, now we're done. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, read our articles on our website. Take care of yourself, and until next video.
Now this is my remedy.